The S&S Screamin Swing made its debut in 2004 at Knott's Berry Farm. Cedar Fair was impressed with the ride and bought another one for Dorney Park in 2005. Both these rides were small compared to newer Screamin Swings, with only 4 riders per arm and only 2 arms. This low capacity caused both Dorney and Knott's to treat these rides as upcharges, charging around $5 per ride. Also in 2005, S&S would create a larger version of the ride and installed at Thrope Park. In 2006, the ride model got even larger with the addition of Skyhawk at Cedar Point, with the ride now seating 40 riders and swinging up to 125 feet or 38 meters. Today, S&S makes the Screamin Swing in 4, 8, 16, 32, and 40 seat versions. The design has seen a few changes over the years that we'll detail in a moment. The original design of the Screamin Swing featured 2 tall towers connected together. Outside of these towers sat 2 large compressed air tanks. The center of the ride featured 1 or 2 swinging arms. Attached below this was the rider vehicle. The restraints on the Screamin Swings are pneumatic and mechanically ratcheting. They consist of a lap bar with a seatbelt. They are unique in that the restraints both lower on an angle and they lower downwards into the seat base. When the ride cycle is started, pressurized air is shot into a system of cylinders that pull steel cables around each of the swing arms. This creates a loud whooshing sound that is unmistakable to those that have seen one of these rides in person. The original ride only used the same compressed air system to stop. Newer versions feature a retractable magnetic brake under each swing that can help slow rider vehicles and lead to shorter load and unload times. Screamin Swings can swing at up to 115 degrees, leading to a disorienting and airtime-filled experience. Newer versions of the 40-seat Screamin Swing have been slightly enlarged. They now can swing up to 135 feet or 41 meters. This was done at the request of SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment in order to claim the record for the tallest ride of this type. 2-arm Screamin Swings are able to operate with just 1 arm when it's needed. This can be done for a variety of reasons. This is just one of multiple pre-programmed cycles that Screamin Swings are usually equipped with many having a mild and wild setting, with the mild version offering a less intense ride cycle. Some parks market this, having their rides run more gently in the morning and faster later in the day. The original 2 Screamin Swings would close in 2015 after declining in popularity. Due to their low capacity, it was not possible to simply make them free attractions, and by this point they were pretty outdated, and at Knott's especially, very out of place. Skyhawk at Cedar Point, however, would be a huge success, and arguably brought the Screamin Swing mainstream in the US. Even today, it's still an impressive ride. Today, Serengeti Flyer at Busch Gardens Tampa is the largest Screamin Swing. It's also one of the newest Screamin Swings, opening in 2023. One of the most common problems with the Screamin Swing is keeping the arms in sync. The arms on 2-arm Screamin Swings are designed to swing in sync, with one hitting the peak of its swing in the front at the same time as the other hitting the peak of its swing in the back. This keeps forces on the ride structure more or less even, meaning less wear and tear is experienced. Sometimes these swings can get out of sync, especially if one of the swing's compression system is stronger than the other. This can cause downtime or one-swing operation. It is for this reason that 2-arm Screamin Swings usually do not run as intense when running with just 1 arm. Now, Screamin Swings have had a few notable accidents, both involving parts of the ride flying off in operation. This occurred on both Rush and Skyhawk. With Rush, it was a piece of the metal steps that allow riders into their seats, and with Skyhawk, it was one of the support cables that runs from the top of the swing to near the rider vehicles. In both cases, no one was seriously injured, and S&S issued service bulletins to address the flaw that caused both accidents. The Screamin Swing is now one of the most well-known flat rides in existence, and it's also one of the most thrilling flat rides commonly found at permanent parks. Thanks to recent additions by SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, there are now more Screamin Swings than ever before. Whether it's a small model with just 4 or 8 seats, or a large model with 40 seats, these rides provide a thrill for anyone. Even die-hard coaster fans appreciate the airtime provided by the Screamin Swing. As always, if we forgot something or said something that was incorrect, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And as a quick reminder, you can see all the remaining episodes of Flat Ride Friday right now by becoming a channel member.